early. My watch early. Adam follows Nepali time. Adam is my translator. He follows Nepali time. I follow German time. No joke. How are you? Not headache? Drink a lot of water. A junging? Very dry. Dry is holy. No joke. So we will chant something afterwards. Um, chanting, one form of chanting is a kind of praying for Buddha, Bodhisattvas, and Arahats, which means they realized their inner state of mind and free from klesha, and they become enlightened, or about to become enlightened, or they realize some ultimate dharma. It's called Sangha. So in the Sangha, Arhats and Bodhisattvas and Buddhas. So we ask them, please help us how you did it. I think you did it quite good. So we like to also have that kind of experience, realization. So in Buddhist, we ask help from anyone if it is organic. But whether it's gluten-free or not, we don't care. So, joking. So we ask help from any condition because everything, the core Buddhist philosophy is everything arises based on cause and conditions. And if we have a right cause and conditions, we have a right fruitions. Nothing is permanent and dependence and always like that. It is changeable. Change comes because of cause and condition. It's a little bit like chemistry. So you put things, because essence of that is not really established this way, but it appear to us in different factor, because different ways is because of different factor. How's Nepali? Maybe he's the right. I came too early to panic. So he's a relaxed guy. Joking. Sorry. No, you're okay. I watched early. Someone told me in Nepal, you always watch a little early. I think that is for Nepali. But when you come to America, watch early, come early, then I have a problem. So everything experience is because of different factors, different cause and conditions. So if we put a right harmonic kind of right cause and condition, and we'll have right experience, perceptions, phenomena, whatever. So that's why we take some form of also a blessing. Blessing is another factor. We don't take blessing. I mean, we take blessing from anything almost. I think you took this morning a blessing from coffee. Why not? It should be organic. So anything is help to grow love and compassion, realization, freedom, why not? So it's one manner of praying is asking them to help us. Another form of, we don't call prayer, we call chanting. Sometimes prayer, sometimes chanting. I make my own way. Prayer is for have some object, something different than you. And chanting could be prayer, could be like to remind yourself. There's a lot of chanting about love and compassion, bodhicitta, bodhisattva's way of life. We chant that a lot, but it's not really praying. It's just to remind that your innate quality to trigger it. Come on, come out. Why are you hiding there? I know you're there. So good writings, good, form of literature that provokes your inner love and compassion again and again. It's like advertisement. It's because we have basic desire. So they know how to provoke that in the right cause and conditions. Even though you don't want to buy, at the end you bought it. So there's a different cause and condition. But there's the right cause and condition. Even you don't want to be bodhisattva. One day, oh, I become bodhisattva, how come? It's a good, no? So in Tibet, many places you go there or you see preflex. Preflex remind you something. You go into the water, suddenly you see Om Mani Padme Hum reflecting in the water. Water. There's Om Mani Padme Hum. Then there's chant. Om Mani Padme Hum, reflect the compassion. The mantra, written mantra, will carry some blessing together with the water. It's a nice concept. I hope it's true. I'm sure it's true. But at that moment, you got it. Some state of love and compassion. Because we all have that. But someone need to, what do you call? Trigger it. Not this one, sorry. It's too much. Like, I don't know, yen le tempa. Yen gili sang yung do ya langwa.
Sort of encourage through conditions to bring something out.
If we don't have anything inside, no matter what they encourage us, it might not happen. We have the good quality, we have okay, we have bad qualities. So I think we need to have a good condition, good cause and condition, and then bring the fruition. One day you have a regret that I don't want to be Buddha, but now it's too late. Why? All this good cause and condition pushed me to do this way. Oh, I so regret. But the moment of regret comes, that also dissolved. Because self-liberation happened. Oh, now no way. So you go in the mountain in Tibet, suddenly you see one stupa. And then you like to know, what is that stupa? Oh, that stupa is dedicated for this and that. And the admiration happened. Wow, such a beautiful person dedicated this stupa in this way. Wow. You cry sometimes, no? Because it has a story. And story is a fact, kind of, sorry. I just drank coffee, that's why. Story carries very beautiful messages. And it touched you. Why? Because you have that. But all the time you've been sleeping. Sometimes immediately woke up. And then you go up. Wow, you see one cave. Other day I cried a few times because there's one documentary about Milarepa. Very funky one, but authentic. I don't know, funky and authentic go together or not. Yeah? No flashy, no like all this extra sound. But it's very like, see how Milarepa, when, where they practice, and put a little bit of his song and chanting a little bit. Sound captures you sometimes, no? Sound opens chakras. Mantra, sound, wow. I don't know, at the end I was crying on my bed. But luckily I have a lot of tissues. Not that cry, just few drop came. Wow. And then it went into, because when emotion opens, it leaves some imprints, good imprints. So, but it's very beautiful, how he, um, he got a lot of problems. Completely wounded guy, I think, when he was young. First thing is from uncles, aunts, then especially from his mother. Mother was very revenge kind of person, and of course his mother, and he gave a strong message to him, and then he killed many people. But at the end, pure, open everything, become Milarepa, because of that beautiful monster. That it did not went into the wrong way, it turned into the right way. Why? Right cause and condition. Because it can go this way and can go that way. And many people go this way, many people go that way, and it transform and transcend. And we have Milarepa. If he didn't have that kind of uncle and aunt, we might not have Milarepa now. And I'm sure there's no way that I can cry. Because the aunt, uncle, mother, and his beautiful monsters, and how changes. And no, what do you call, grudge?
Grudge.
Means what?
Kunzin.
Konsen, yeah. Konsen, zawan means Ningji yang dawa, konsen meba tendeji, the charo. This beautiful monster yungi, bad embryo, konsen, that's the leg though, unconscious konsen the doa. Korang dia transform just.
It's like his any grudge that he had was completely purified, and there was only compassion left. Even the subtle, sort of subconscious imprint underneath was also purified.
No, many of us, we have this subconscious or unconscious? Subconscious kind of. Carry something there, no? But he purified that also, transformed that also. All his writings, you can see. So you go see, wow. So hopefully Crestone is a little bit like that. You see a stupa, you see a tent, you see another stupa up there, you see another place there, you see another, no way that you can wandering around. Whether you survive, if you survive. If you survive in Crestone, you have some inner development. So we will chant. It's just chit chat before he comes. So now he came. So dinala sangje chodan soju chodan la janju bardu dani chabs che sangdi jamro. Then dagi jinsu jebe sonam ji dola pendra sangji dropar sho semji.
The chant starting on the top of page 1. It says, in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Sangha I take refuge until enlightenment. And so the first 2 lines correspond to refuge. And by the merit of practicing the paramitas, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings, is the bodhicitta element.
The duba teres, the dusho teres.
This is like the most concise version of these prayers.
Any So after a few days we chant, and jump to that this jebakona, then shop the special refuse and the mongo tongba, rank sem ki chuni la japsudra, sem ji nelu la japsudra de la chigi, sanji chu gendun jangma mayimba, nangi sem ji neluk, tokbi ki chu tartuba, and gobi ki demba, nelu tartuba de la japsudra de la. So
in a few days we'll add a more extensive way of going for refuge. And we can see that in the second prayer, the special refuge, the empty essence, Dharmakaya, lucid nature, Sambhogakaya, and so on. And this is not just going for refuge in the three jewels, in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, sort of externally, but it's going for refuge in our own nature, our own, the essence of our own mind. So basically, our nature, our natural clarity, is luminosity. And that nature of our awareness, or of our mind, that luminosity has three principal qualities: an empty essence, a lucid nature, and then an energy, a responsiveness, which is expresses itself in love and compassion. And so this essence, nature, and capacity is what is referred to here. And these are said to mature into the three kayas of enlightenment.
Tani ta chanjusem dagi jizuji be sunamji su jeba roji zobayana ani chanjusem sengdela kunzuku chanjusem da tondam chanjusem ni yore song yore.
So then it says in these, I take refuge until enlightenment. And then the bodhicitta element, it can also be done in an elaborate way. And if we break that out, it's a relative bodhicitta aspiration, and then an ultimate bodhicitta.
Ani relative bodhicitta de zo te nyingje tang chamba de nyingje la zo nyingje de chamba nyela teni teni yongyagi sorwagi zo samjetam jela ani dongaldan dewatan dembrasho dongaldan tawarsho dongal mebe dewatan ani namyam midawasho samjetam jela yewa meba chagdan jim ni de mandewe gone chambada nyingji nyamle jayadela ani kunzup chanju sems kunzup chanju semdena mombada jukpa sengnya 당부 뭐봐 생이데 내가 맞아요 거네 닝지단 써와 줄라 찌야달라 가야 내가 맞으네 닝지 써와 줄라 찌네 like boiling the water not cooking vegetables so boil 추차오 야 차오진 몇번 warm 지대야달라 아니 뭐봐 chanju sem 다 죽바 chanju sem는 되니 다게 진소든 집바당와 주름소와 조바콤바 주르제와 tani sharap rangla nyamne chenare shenla chue shenare tatri chen tantla jupas tani vegetable look coconut oil look dizukanga ya ani nice food soup telan jupas re tambo soup jela hayang dang chuya khoni deodala mamba segre.
So then the relative bodhicitta can be further divided into the aspirational element and then the application, the applied element. And the aspirational element is like before we do anything, actually. It's training in the aspiration, the intention. So it's like boiling the water before we actually add the vegetables and start cooking. Preparation. So then we sort of wait, hang around and wait until it's boiled. And these training in that manner, in the aspiration, is reflected in the next prayer about the four boundless states, which basically, the essence of relative bodhicitta is love and compassion. The wish that others be well, the wish that others prosper, being love, and compassion, the wish that they're free of pain, free of distress, and free of suffering. And this is like a mind training that we keep engaging in. We're not actually doing anything at first.
제초그래. healthy 용 뭐요 하고 뭐로 aggressive 용식으로 bias compassion 용식으로 다 말아 용식으로 죽버티.
So we're not doing anything yet. Eventually we should do something, otherwise it's just empty words. And of course we could skip the aspiration and just go directly into action. But then it's not sure what will happen. Maybe our action will come out too aggressive, or our compassion will be biased or prejudiced. And so to ensure that it's healthy, we train in the aspiration and then the application.
대인도 가져는 삼진탐지 사이드 디지트 밸런스 치고요. 잠바다 닝제 대당 되는
가와단 당요.
가와단 당님니 지 밸런스 좀 맞나 용 말해서.
So these four boundless states, or the four measurables, are like keep things in balance, basically. The first two are love and compassion, and then the joy and the equanimity, the third and the fourth, balance everything out.
다 몸방원이 지주를 지어나 아니 죽발을 라마메 번 죽으래 서요. 몸바 전주 셈기 줄에 약보지 지어나 아니 라마메 바거네 죽발을 쫑그래.
So if we really train very well in the aspiration, then it's like, without even wanting to, we'll engage in the actual application, or engage in actual activity.
다들이 제가니 다 닝지데 몸바 찬조sem기 닝지데 영어 쳐발라 네 자발라라래 그래 그래 loving kindness.
And it said that for compassion to come out well, it really depends on love, loving kindness.
love like love ki yaw mang bore te dang ne so te tangbo rang ki jula ja ga love te ani ta love ji da che gro samje shamba ran sing che gre de ina ngone healthy love ji yong ar che bala tangbo essence love te abo ching mo she bore.
And on the topic of love, there's also many levels or many aspects. Of course, all of us experience love. Many of us love many people. But actually, to make our love healthy, we can say that healthy expressed love depends on something prior to that, which is called essence love.
And essence love the mewa like a opposite of essence love the hollow ji feeling ju gore. And the hollow the ngani love ji cheshawa ina the love the self cherishing ngang ngol ju ge love the mado authentic love the chaya kali yore.
We can say that the opposite of essence love is a sense of hollowness inside. And if the sense of hollowness is our inner experience, and from that we express love, it's very difficult for that expressed love to be healthy.
The experience love chi yong na yang somewhere in that love self-cherishing chiyore is.
So even if we do feel love and express love from that place, somewhere in that it's mixed with self-cherishing.
You know self-cherishing, yeah? All about me, all about me. Everything, whatever you do, including dharma, including practice, sitting, whatever you do, because it's you're doing for yourself. Why? It's right to, you have right to feel good to yourself, no? And you don't feel good, and whatever you do, you're trying to feel good. Are you with me? Do you understand my English? His English is not so good today, I don't know what happened. Yesterday was fantastic. It's like a share market. These days Dow is down. Nasdaq is up. No joking. So we human naturally have a obligation to fix yourself. So if you don't feel okay, you're trying to fix yourself. But what you're trying to fix yourself is through conditions. Conditions. Of course, condition can help, but you have to have something inside, and then condition is like a match, and can, illuminates light from it. But there's no light. There's no something. How much you put a match, it will not illuminate. So first, you have to have a light, the warmth, without illuminating outside yet. So that's why we will focus on the first 1 or 2 days. Transformation practice, healthy relative truth. In Taiwan, there's a healthy relative truth. Not this guy, he's good English. What? Relative truth. Relative truth. So somewhere we have to experience deep down in our bone, in our heart, in our subtle body, without any other external reason. We need to experience a simple, beautiful, not flashy, in the manner of okayness. Just feel okay. And that is connected with subtle body, bindu. Prana, nadi, bindu. And once we nurture that by acknowledging, relaxing, keep connecting, being with that, let it grow, not giving any external booster, just connect, because we lost the connection. Modern busy life always, focus on object and subject. Do something, get something, become something, make it something. Love, including everything. So the natural part of our naturalness, natural state, innate, come together, bond with it, those become a little bit separated. So here we go there and make connection. And make connection strong. Not through external Red Bull. That's very temporarily. Then you go down even further. So just feel okay. Why you feel okay? You don't need to know. You just feel okay. Because you will not know. You're looking for the reason. And there's no reason. I make this big deal out of. I make this big deal because we really need it. I live in this part of the world sometime, and then other part of the world, Nepal, in Tibet, in the rural mountain area. They have this essence of love. Almost too much. Because I think, no problem, I think it should be okay. Then they always say should be okay. But I know it's not going to be okay. But then I look at them, they still feel should be okay. Why? Too much essence love. Because essence love feels it's okay. But actually fact is not okay. So I have to teach not okay. Why? Think not okay. I think it's okay. No? It's kind of beautiful, but it's also not so beautiful. How to balance this? Keep that okayness. At the same time, every mind is rational. Rational can think, can know. Oh, wow, can be this. But at the same time, there's some deeper part of your being not completely dry out, cut off, hollow. Instead of that, there's a fear, dissatisfaction, dissatisfied. Why? Lost connection. There, when they look at their life, there should be a lot of dissatisfaction, but they are satisfied. Why? Too much essence love. So I have to cut down the essence love a little bit, give little fear, rational fear. See, prepare. Monsoon is coming soon. It's okay. No, it's not okay. Don't cut tree around your house. I think it's okay. Why? No reason. Why is okay? No reason. So don't make any reason that feel. Anything you make reason, then is something. I feel okay. Wow. Weather forecast says this year you will not have any rain here. It's okay or not okay? Oh, it's always trying to external condition putting into it, and you make that as a firm, like a measurement, and then you judge. Oh, this is okay. That's going to be okay. That's not going to be okay. That's one part of. But yeah, sorry, too much saying. Same thing again and again. Are you with me? Okay. You? And you? Yeah. So once you found that, you kind of feel it's in your nerve, bindu, subtle body. I will talk about that, but it's okay to talk here a little bit. Like a tsa lung tigle. Ani tsa chorwatam tsa tan trewa yore. And tsa nang lung du gore. And tigle te so subu tamjela yone. So tewa dang. Ani nebel chakra la. Tigle ma yore. And then ta lung de yawo dro tsa de yawo lung de balance de na. Then essence love the rangi feel okay, warm. Not only feel okay, there's a warmness, warm heart. We talk about warm heart, no? Just warm heart. Why? What's the warm heart? Warm heart starts from warm. Water without heat, it will not boil vegetable. We just want to boil vegetable. Heat or no heat, never mind. Show me vegetable is boiled. Oh, good. Warm, no warm, I don't care. Show me your productive. How you feel? Okay, it's up to you. You're private, no? Tani kita tigli di rangbo zanal dini don rangshin feel good younger. That's very very healthy. Too much is not healthy, but have to have that.
The all the feelings are connected to the channels or the nadi, and when through the nadi, the lung or the prana or our energy moves and circulates in the body, and likewise the bindu also circulate throughout the body, especially in the crown and the navel. There's more bindu, but they're actually dispersed throughout the body. And when these three elements are balanced, and there's good movement and circulation of prana and bindu throughout the body, through the channels, we naturally feel good and we feel a sense of warmth.
That the absence is opposite of hollow. We feel well, feel okay, and feel warm. Then warm down, feel okay down. Then chick. Wow, the deva de, a special kind of deva, sensory level down, object level deva mayimba. Same ki chorba ki down le deva ji yungure. The lugi deva mare, wangshi ki deva mare. Ko deva le ni ora, wangshi dan lule tembe ki deva shi dan, yi dan saral borel tembe ki deva shi ora. The saral dan borel tembe deva shi balanced. Ki deva shi ora. The deva de ne pamal yona chimaro. The deva de ne pinjal yona chimaro. The deva ne pugul yona chimaro. Trengi deva de chik Michelle yoro chena trengi sorwa yongre. That is also the nature. Sharing kind of the human nature no the sharing the yore. Not sharing yore, sharing yore.
Mm-hmm. That warmth and well-being is not the kind of sensation, physical sensation-based, or like a sense organ-based pleasure. It's a different kind. So there's basically, we could say, two categories of bliss or well-being. One is like connected to the physical body and the senses, some sort of pleasure or bliss. And then there's a different kind of bliss or well-being that is more like in the mind and in the subtle body. And so this particular kind is in the mind of the subtle body. From it is this natural sense of, oh, I wish my parents could feel this. I wish my family could feel this. I wish my children could feel this. There's this natural sense of, I wish others could feel this. It's like this quality of sharing, or the urge to share is part of human nature. Actually, there's a sharing part of our nature and a not sharing part of our nature.
Practice che layande the yate develop che the practice che la do the che goya yamara pendo me do pendo me bate che yamara pendo yo bate che gora yana rang le pengor yana shen le pengor yana humanity le pengor.
So that element of sharing and so on is what we're practicing to develop. There's no good reason to practice to develop the other side of our nature, the not sharing, because it doesn't benefit anything. There's no use for it. So we should encourage the sort of beneficial aspect of our nature, and we don't need to encourage the other side. Why not? because it benefits us, it benefits others, it benefits humanity.
캡상 레일러 캡상.
There's a profit that comes from it.
Why not? Good profit. Tene ta tere chen tene tingani develop that essence love ngani loving kindness chaso. I wish mekangal de yorochena, or maybe big number of people the yorochena. Oh, mekangal tuksamare. Mekashida. I don't want them to feel well-being. Kashir chena tuksare tena tene fourth sangyo mare. 당좀 셈에 상유시는 작당차로 가실 작과 여받으로 good 나월 저와도 먹어.
So then the quality of loving kindness comes from essence love, and that wish that others feel well-being, the wish that others feel good. And maybe it's for a particular person, maybe we feel it for everyone. But if we find that, we're saying, well, I want those people to feel good, but these other people, I really don't want them to feel good, then that's a sign that this fourth quality of equanimity is not present, because the equanimity works against that partiality and bias with attachment really strong to one side and aversion to another side.
나 bias is 강가도 human nature 나라 요래. 양 bias 매바양 human nature 나라 요래. 다때는 다도 강가 하고 와진 change하데 안 취해서 요래.
So actually, of course, bias or prejudice is also sort of present in our nature, in human nature. But being unbiased and unprejudiced is also present in our nature. And so to understand these different elements in our nature and work to transform them is dharma, actually.
We should be excited. Wow, 진짜 제도도 hope the yoga culture misnalo. Yeah, then hope the lava, then that's it. We are hoping for good. So kaduna hope to yoga, not like too much hope, then that binds you. But some kind of gentle hope. Oh, I have both different kind of nature. So, wow, every time I walk it, I change. It's almost limitless. I can develop all the way to Buddha, all the way to Jesus, or whatever. All the way to what? Oh, Bodhisattva. Wow, you got excited then. They hope to Yabudo.
We can get excited about this potential in ourself. Understanding we have these two dimensions, these different elements in us, and that transformation is possible, we can get excited about that and kind of be hopeful about that. We need hope in life. If we lose hope, it's not good. It's not so good.
And this kind of hope, this kind of hope is not bound by aging. Aging. You can sleep a little bit. You can develop this kind of quality or whatever you want to call quality. Quality means what? Quality means something that you don't have, you will have, or you have, you're nurturing. Both. Some quality are intrinsic, some quality are learned. You don't have it, it's not part of you, but you can be yours. both. Then. I think in America, I think we need excitement, no? One thing I learned to come to this country a long time ago. Everyone is so excited. Wow, so exciting! You think it's good? It has its own. It has its what do you call
Pros and cons.
no. It has its like yeah. 그런 양 지존 정도 exciting 거 타요 말아. exciting 도 nhập 또 차지도 와. exciting 도 nhập. then exciting 매바 차기도 와. then 야야야 랑 맞음네. exciting 매바 시는 flat 차도야 먹어도.
There's like a flaw in excitement because we just, there's a sense of just limit, that it's limitless, but we can also lose it. And then it crashes down into, boredom or being uninspired. And then we can stay with that, just be uninspired and bored and unexcited for a while and become flat.
Pena adirubuche. adirubuche. exciting 가대 통마송. 얘네 boredom 가대 통마송. 가대 얘네야 alert, fresh, a little bit of enthusiasm, healthy enthusiasm. 저지 가대 얘네 optimism. A little bit, not too much. A little bit optimism. 저지 마도 다용마 다 잘소. 가장 통마서 다용인다. 오케이, let's go. 다 통. 근데 통마서. 당님 밸런스 잡고 여기서.
I never saw Adi Rinpoche excited, but I also never saw him bored. He was always sort of alert, fresh, a little bit of healthy enthusiasm, just a tinge of healthy optimism, but never like, this is impossible. Just why bother?
I actually never saw he did this. No, alert, but not like, yeah! yeah! This is not you and me, something else.
Yeah.
Put it back here.
Yabla.
There. No. There. That's
Nice.
something loose there. Subtle body not so good. Not him, the microphone.
Both, actually.
근데 이제 당념 생에 같이 뭐래. 나 살로 먹고 당소. 나랑 라인 되는 용도 아까 빼 가나. 님마 가시질 막아와. 차 용도.
So I think equanimity is really important. And I thought about that a lot. And I've experienced it too. Sometimes I get extremely elated for several days and then crash back down and feel like no joy. Tikpagi gone yongra. Tilatuna yongre. Dilla Shana. Sorry.
Tudo, excitement in general is good, but if we didn't take care of it, I think it will cost. We have to pay a big price. And the most excitement is based on something. And the things is, even the things is good, thing has excitement elements, but if, for some time we might not perceive that way because it's already too old, too long. It doesn't give you like freshness of first few days. You bought one beautiful carpet into your living room. I'm sure 2 weeks, great. Every time you go, your naked feet touched, feel good, and you give a lot of good news stories. Oh wow, so vegetable color, so beautiful. What they dyed organic. I don't know how organic or not, but you all the after 2 weeks you don't see it, and after 1 year you don't like it. But same carpet did not change within 1 year so dramatically. Then what you left with your hollow. You know hollow? And that hollow, you're perceiving that hollow, disconnected, blocked, blockages blocked, essence love blocked. Then another. Then looking for 2 weeks, joyful excitement, freshness, beautiful. Then you need to buy a new carpet. No? Yeah, and you know what I'm talking about. And in order to buy new carpet, you have to work hard. Carpet does not come from heaven. Work hard, work more. Long go wrong. Hope and fear, chi does not flow in the right direction. So God disturb some other things. Finally you have the means to buy, but your chi is already disturbed. Then maybe one day, you think, buying carpet might not fulfill my wish. Just keep money and go to Mount Kailash. Joking. Takanji, the main thing is, ani rangshin ki lenji ki yobe ki chachi yore ta chö sana rangji lenji jo yondengi chachi mangbo chore. Ani teka nangshin ba jen tenpi yang ko jen sangbo le tenpi, jen sangbo ten undu diya provok chaya chore. Kashi provok chetuk mara kansi because already disconnected. jen sangbo ten na di provok che mato ba kashi yore. Kashi connection is quite okay. So jen yabo ten undu lamsang di lang yonge kabyang yore. Ta tena yabo hako wachene. Teni kangdar jamba tseme shi yabo sambatan from the essence love. Teni tichana teni jukba. You become healthy. Essence love yabo yona. Not all about you. You're okay with that. So that has a power. Once you found essence love has a power, then only bodhisattva chik, little bodhisattva action can happen.
Basically, the
No,
main.
good, good.
That's better.
Mm.
Main point is
Thank you. Good.
the understanding what qualities are naturally present in our nature, and which ones we're connected to and disconnected from, and so on. And then we can understand how certain conditions provoke certain feelings within us. If we have a good connection still with some of those qualities that are innate or part of our nature, then when good conditions are around us, they can stimulate or provoke certain feelings. But if we're disconnected from it, even in the presence of really good conditions, we may not even feel those feelings, which is a sign that we're disconnected from those innate qualities within. And so it's a matter of understanding that, and then we can work. And then we can work with it. And so
Good.
We should consider and contemplate these four immeasurables, the four boundless states, from a place of essence love. Develop them from essence love, and then our practice won't just be all about me, but there'll be a little baby version of bodhisattva activity will be possible, because our essence love will have some power.
Then fake chemawa chayre. Temada essence la mewa na bodhisattva to chego chichanju sem gomgo loving kind chego dang feeling majewal kanga sambu chanyang jing thought dang la the one day after few years you feel like you are faking.
And if we do it this way, we don't have to feel that we're faking. Whereas if we don't do it this way, and we sort of ignore our own well-being and connecting to that innate essence love, and just try to train in, relative bodhicitta and the four immeasurables and loving kindness conceptually, not connected, not coming from essence love. So we don't actually feel good, we don't feel well, but we're trying to force these thoughts to take hold. Then after a while we feel like we're faking it.
Yeah. So after this chanting, we're trying to connect with the essence love. It's called karako. After being after dropping, then handshake. So handshake nangla. First is meeting, then being, then conversation.
So after dropping practice comes handshake practice. And in handshake practice, first there's meeting, then there's being, and then there's conversation.
Okay, so tani dejela sashi pushi mandala ay mare tani yang special bodhicitta sangeje yore antila dondam chanju sen.
So then on the next page, the special bodhicitta prayer is connected to ultimate bodhicitta.
Then dejela mandala offering sangede ta dadam dagr zimba shuchambu shonde damdro sem the kanga damne nga my thought, my knowledge, my understanding, my world, then zimba shude ko shude wo go to mare tamje pa tangshan tamje shingam ke namba de trune sonam soyang zogore zimba yang shigore pa pulshan tangshan then jangala di clean paper ganga yoba desu ganga patang yigi desu ganga pashing da rewrite hoje 당보 nyembe kapsula ani to some pick kapsula then you see sambal ring yore 다 추가를 송송 제가 삼부터 지다 추 송바데다 가망가랑 거봐 my all knowledge tin이 수도네 때 간데나 이나메나 삼발니도 즉 라바카레 추 송경에 가래 송와데 야부 하고도에다 델라 데마지 카인 거
Dendur.
덴드르마지 디 하고 사오실 때니 덴드르치 소르도 셔럽데 때문에 덴바르도 좀마르도 칸데나 양다고 이나메나 제바치
So then comes the mandala offering. And the mandala offering prayer is connected to the fact that we have a strong sense of self and a strong sense of identification with ourselves and with our views and opinions. And we can be quite tightly locked in that bubble of self-grasping and attachment to our views and opinions. And that prevents us from being open and actually learning new things, learning Dharma in this case. And so part of the mandala offering is to break that by offering everything up, visualizing everything as a pure land or a Buddha field, and offering it both generates merit and also helps to break that attachment and ownership and identification. It's sort of like getting a clean slate or a clean piece of paper where we can then write something new on it. It's like cleaning our plate. And this, if we connect that to like listening and reflecting and so on, of course first we have to listen or study and receive, and then comes the contemplation or integration phase. And in that there's also two phases. The first is just sort of remembering what we heard and seeing if we understood it, but not particularly comparing it to anything else or analyzing it. And then the second phase of contemplation is comparing it to what we previously understood, analyzing it and investigating it. And this is when discriminating awareness comes into play.
He said that, maybe no. So I think wrong. Someone other says like that. In the Paramita text, it wasn't like that. So, samata kanga lava tamje re laptu maro. That samata cheba jetina mena tena samta ide. Ina tangbo rangane de ngarang tawa nyar korang de mare tendena. Teni bayan shasara. Tangbo nyaga ya what you learn before you have it. The sarva learned tangbo de sanumata washa. The yawo chille. Then you will see whole thing. Then compare it.
So this, of course, whatever we believe already, or whatever we know already, we have that, and that's part of us. But if when we're listening, when we're learning, we're constantly comparing, it doesn't go very well because we can't take things in. So for a little while, we should take what we know.
Because what you know, you have a little bit of bias. Whether you claim or not. It's called preconcept. So, I know. Could be a little wrong, but it's yours now. So, yeah. Oh, he's so good teacher. Wow, he says it all true. What I thought and what he says exactly.
So it's good to set aside, at least temporarily, what we know, what we believe, our own viewpoint and paradigm, so that we can take in something new. Then we have the full picture. And then, of course, we're going to compare and say, oh, actually, yeah, I think he's right about that. Or, no, I don't believe that part of it. And we're going to do that anyway. But if we can't set it aside, then it's difficult to actually take in something new.
The faith and blind faith
That's connected to the boundary between faith and blind faith.
이나 당보라는 수 보시라고 따드는데는 용 말에 이는 가래 라바데레 수 보시라 짠 맞으나 blind faith over.
Because discriminating awareness or discernment is something that's under our control. It should be. It's part of our independent power. But if we activate it too soon and we just fight with everything that's trying to come in, then it's problematic. It's difficult to learn. On the other side, if we never activate that discernment and discrimination with our own intelligence and we just accept everything told to us, then that leans into blind faith.
Tani the mandala diriche. Then tejas choju kolo koroche sangda the Buddhist tradition still a little bit of maintaining. So sangje sabishula. And then like almost sangba the jashing choju kolo koroche chikare hago wa the mile she choroche love race. Song shure then sanju songre.
So so that's the mandala offering. Then the next prayer is requesting the teacher to give teachings, and that's sort of a Buddhist tradition. Brijay said there's still some traditions left. This is one of them. There's an ancient tradition to request teachings before teachings are given. So following in that tradition, the request is made prior to teachings being given. Which is reenacting what happened after the Buddha became enlightened and was requested to teach before he gave his first teaching.
So this will chant only one time today. No need every day. I get a headache. Because I already agreed. Every day asking. Mandala every day is okay. Every minute is okay. Let it go. Then it tamade gewang moya dere. Indijela malam jaya dere.
And then at the end, we'll chant the dedication of merit and the aspiration prayers.
Okay, 1-1. Tadi sani zochen ngodo chewon kapsula ani nangi jambu dang dondamgi chanju samni chegos. Te mayimbala ani tada saral body well-being kapsula jambu dang semeshi.
Da medal da. Medal da cheki kol. Any tingchik pekidan tingchik injiki.
Yeah.
So Rinpoche said he'd like us to chant once in Tibetan and once in English. And in a few days, when we receive the pointing out instruction and discuss that type of practice, we'll add the second prayer, special refuge, and the special bodhicitta. But until then, we'll just chant the first ordinary refuge, and then the four boundless states, and then the mandala offering and the request.
Sanje Judan Soje Jonama Janju Bardo Dame Kazunchi Dagi Jinso Jibe Zanamji Brola Benchir Sanje Drupasho.
In the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Sangha,
I take refuge until enlightenment. By the merit of practicing paramitas, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Senje Namje Dewa Nang Devi Gyudan Nembar Yurje Dunga Dan Dunga Gi Gyudan Dalvar Yurje Dunga Mebe Dewa Nama Dalvar Yurje Tadan Yere Dalva Tanyon Jembola Nebar Yurje
happy and
and
not
the
the
causes
causes
of
of
happiness.
happiness. They may be free from suffering and its causes. They may lose the happiness free from suffering. They may be free from attraction, aversion, and partiality, and remain in great equanimity.
Saji buju zuje medo tram rera linji nide genpa di sanje jingdu mikje bulwar yi drugun namda jingla cheba shou.
I anoint this space with perfumed water and sprinkle it with flowers, adorning it with Mount Meru, the four continents, the sun, and the moon. I visualize this as the Buddha realm and offer. May all beings enjoy this perfect realm.
Semje namje sambada loye chenda jidawar Jejong Tumon Dewayi Chigi Korlo Kordo So.
According to sentient beings' positions, specific mental capacity, please turn the Dharma wheel, the greater, lesser, and common vehicles.
Omejo Jenji Korane Duzum Sanji Kunji Ngowani Razum Chokum Kuzun Tonzebe Zawe Lama Namla Gujan Sa Balden Zawe Lama Ramboje Taki Churu Beme Dem Chola Katin Jembe Gone Je Sonde Ko Sondo Jingo Drop Zado So Taso Semje Dan Jeji Ju Minjing Cholore Chenje Lao Do So Ane Samba Kolon Number Tawa Chanjo Ke Sem Songde Ane Choi Nyebar Sho.
So please arouse a altruistic motivation, a pure motivation of bodhicitta, and in that spirit, please listen to the teachings.
Ani Kapsa Baba Chu continuation from yesterday. Tila Ani Lu Tawas Lu Tang Sem Singa Nyore Ani Tekaga Hakore Lu Ragba Garanzo Hakores Sem Yang Kala Kansam Hakores Inada Lu Tawa Singaji Yore Saral Bore Singaji Ani Tedang Sem Ni Ani connection Chare Korani Dawaya Wo Chigla Gama Deva Tichangba on the Sharma Soma Tichangba on the Sharma Soma good communication connection Yabuya Wajawala and subtle body practice like we is.
So, to continue on from our discussion yesterday, I'd like to discuss the topic of the subtle body. So basically we can can divide our being into three elements. The coarse physical body, the subtle body, and the mind. And I think the coarse physical body, we all know what that is. The mind, we all know what that is. The subtle body, we may not understand quite as well. And so the subtle body and the mind are interconnected and relate to each other and affect each other. And in order for them to be healthy and in balance, they need to not block each other. And so when they're well balanced, it's like we're not falling too far on one side at the expense of the other, or too far on the other side at the expense of the one. And so in order to develop a good connection with our subtle body and our mind, we engage in subtle body practice.
Ini subtle body ki sengde lu rakpa te yang mare ani sem yang mare semdang luni ga pala ani dawa chingeti more than mind less than physical tela subtle body sayores te indu tela tsa long tile sing sumjiran shin de yawachil.
So if we ask what is the subtle body, subtle body is not the physical body. And it's also not the mind. It's something in between. It's something that mediates in between the mind and the physical body. And so it's sort of a little more than mind, but a little less than physical. And its basic components are these three, prana, nadi, and bindu, or the channels, the energies, or winds, and the drops or seeds of energy.
Ani tsa sengitela ani ta tsarakpa yang mangbore tsarakpa tang nyamdu tsa thau thau tsa yang yore teni veg tsa yang mangbo yore sayoroda ani saral bore la yang very saral rima mangbo yore te indu ni chidangi tsa tig tsa nyamdu la together la ani saral bore ki tsa te nala veg tsa yang ta teni mangbo yore ta 다 간지 내가 당신 봐 아니 롱라야 근데 옥티당 대 롱레 옥티 사를 버리 롱마레 내가 사를 버리기 롱데 가가요 롱 오마는 요가 난기 롱 대양 양이 왜그 롱 사람 메이식을 롱 그래 텔레 생에 대한 텔레 락바양 망보여래 대한 텔레 차와 사를 버리기 텔레다 아니 뉴마 미식비 텔레 생에 다 간지 그럼 숨좀 영어래 자락바 자차와 외지자 롱락바 롱타와 이시기 롱 텔레락바 텔레타와 뉴미 텔레 그래서 간다 냠도 되대요 it's like a family chick toy now.
So the nadi, or the channels, there's many different types. There's coarse channels, which are part of the physical, and these are not part of the subtle body. And then there's subtle channels that are part of the subtle body, and then within those there are light channels or wisdom channels. So there's many different levels. Even in the subtle body, there's like coarse, subtle, 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 and extremely subtle, subtle. And then with prana, or with energy as well, there's the breath, physical, coarse breath is one type of prana, but the breath is not the lung or the prana that's part of the subtle body. That is more subtle than the coarse physical breath. And then that's more of the energy that resides in the central channel, or the inner prana in the body. And then there's something called wisdom prana, which is even more subtle than that. And likewise with the bindu, there's many kinds of coarse bindu, and then there's subtle body bindu, or subtle bindu, and then there's something called the, fully natural, indestructible bindu. And so essentially, each of these core elements, the nadi, prana, and bindu, or the channels, energies, and essences, have coarse, subtle, and wisdom dimensions. And they all reside in each other and are connected like a family.
Healthy family. Well, unhealthy family can happen also. Then we have a problem. Then tsagi chile zo de chorwa dang. Ani imprint ki pachak dang learn habitual pattern. Tak tadi grig mangbo dan dewa yore. Tsa sengidel. Ina tamje chorwa dan dewa yoje. sorwa tabji sorwa mare sorwa dan dewa yogi tsa yang muscle de tsara learn muscle we can learn something they learn they can keep the information in the muscle in the subtle body nala sorwa dan dewa yogi tsam bacha mangboji in the form of knots la dene then dinane perception the mangboji tsa dan dewa yore tsagi tang imprint tang tendela tsai chele zo shi tere te sorwa da ma da jayati de do sorwa
muscle did tsarakpa ki.
tsara
So then the channels or the nadis, one of their main functions is the place where karmic imprints or habitual patterns are stored. Also learned habitual patterns from this life. And so there's the coarse channels or nadis are like, also affected by learned habits. So like the nerves that pervade our muscles can be trained to make them bigger. And but that's the coarse level. And the subtle level is more about imprints and learned habitual patterns that are connected with feelings. And so those imprints are sort of like knots in our channels, in our subtle channels that affect our perception. And those are combination of karmic imprints and learned habitual patterns. So basically the subtle channels are connected to how our feelings arise.
And perceptions. Glass. Subtle body, actually the whole thing is glass, more or less. Then that long sengita jebar jengi sorwa denso move jengi sorwa yonaya ko sorwa de je tubala yowaki jigmena yung mare stendo ko long yore yana long jigela ten long balance ya bo jona it helps a lot of things long balance ya wo mena long de imprint josa maybe chakra imprint mangbo so long dana mangbo do dana and that activates cheten the imprint activates chen the now the shar the so the la shar tena tene ya wa de long rang ba sha de chuna long rang ba sha long umana la do tona ya jores umana do mat long rang ba shan long rang ne so sha de kar chambure es long umana do ya ke je shego maranga so long rang ne so sha long rang ba so sha
the lung or the prana or energy is what moves everything. It's the energy that moves through the channels and then contacts the imprints or the habitual patterns in the form of knots and so on. And so we might have an imprint, but energy has to sort of strike it or contact it in order for that imprint to be activated and affect our perception and emerge as a feeling. And so the lung is the movement or the energy that moves. And so if, for example, if in a particular chakra we have a lot of karmic imprints and our prana is disturbed in a certain way or activated and it keeps striking that place, then it will activate those imprints and we'll have particular perceptions and feelings from that. Whereas if we can train our prana or energy to be grounded and settled, it really benefits a lot. The best case scenario is we train it to enter the central channel. But if we can't do that, it's very good to learn how to settle the lung in its natural place. So we're not going to discuss the techniques of bringing prana into the central channel here, but we will discuss and work with the practice of settling the prana down into its natural place.
Bring it into its home. His home. Then the modern life the long la this kan kan edo kansa jobo chego do modern life 내가 kan가 the chunjun long la this zembo sana harsh on long modern education ne modern life ne lifestyle ne kan가 jogo precise jobo chego do the long ki sede 툭툭 long see the balance mazon there's jog put out there's like shaggy so shadow long the shaggy shadow
modern life is hard on lung. It's hard on prana and energy because there's a lot of speed. There's so many aspects of modern life that are so speedy, and that speediness, needing to finish something quickly, move quickly, impacts our energy and our prana. Especially, young people with modern education finish things quickly and precisely. And just modern life in general, there's this emphasis on speed and precision, and that sort of bangs on our lung or on our prana and disturbs it and makes it unbalanced. It sort of shakes the lung and makes it shaky.
That modern life change chegorwesana kalakawre lifestyle change generally yakura that's the best easier more little slow down. I don't know, it's not possible. That slow down mena nangi injured lung the healthy soshana, it also helps tremendous.
So we can't exactly escape from modern life. Maybe we could change our lifestyle a little bit, which might be good, and slow down a little bit. But
if you can, but might not be. Only happen in Crestone. Not even? Oh. Where should we go then? Nepal? Oh, you will have another problem. Too slow. I'm facing too slow problem there. Yeah.
So even if we can't change the outer experience of speed, we can work with the inner dimension and the inner effect. And if we can train our prana, our energy, from an unhealthy, unbalanced state into a healthy and balanced state, it actually benefits a lot and helps a lot.
We will talk about that also. Tigle sengadita dewa ki tenres, chamba ki tenres, teni salva ki tenres, ani courage ki tenres, yi dewa, chamba, salva, courage, top, ning top, courage.
Ten Rabares.
Ten.
10 Rabares. And the Bindu.
10 Rabares and 10 Re.
10 Re. And the Bindu, these sort of drops or essences of energy, we can say are the basis of well-being, of bliss, also of love, also of clarity, and also of courage. Those 4 things.
Da lung dan zat chuk song na. Tani bindu di rang jing automatically ko circle ya bu ching mi do. Ten bindu di de ma ko.
Yes.
Ga.
Gakdo.
La song mare, la like mare zan. Ko ga ni tani me ba ta wo sin hollow. Dan no juice, dry vegetable. Then just cognitive is driving you. rest is just death. That the bindu block chana dene chagre is.
And when the prana and the nadi, the energy and the channels are disturbed and not balanced, that affects the bindu, and the bindu are not able to circulate well and move naturally. And so they're not. It's not that they're destroyed or lost, but it's more like they're blocked or stuck. And so the feeling tone is that they're not there. In fact, they're stuck or blocked. And then we don't feel good. We don't feel well-being. Don't feel juicy, and so forth. Feel dry and down like a vegetable.
Crispy is not there anymore. But it is there, somewhere. Did not lost. But we have to make it connection to reactivate. Do we need to have a short break or how is it? No? I think some of you might need it, no? So how long? Where's the manager? Okay. Huh?
No way women are going to get in and out in 5.
Yes, we'll stop here. We'll come back within 10 minutes.